Well, I want to share a little story with you of what happened this morning. Well, it started last night. I was I was getting ready to go to bed, and it was a little nippy, and I thought it'd be a good night to wear my fuzzy breeches, and so I went about looking for them, and I found them, and I put them on, and I crawled in the bed, and I was just as snug as a bug in a rug, as they say, and got warm and got good and sleepy and went to sleep, and but then I woke up in the middle of the night, and Lord have mercy, I was hotter than a firecracker on the 4th of July, and it felt like I was in a sauna, and so I thought I'm gonna have to shed these fuzzy breeches. So I did, and but then I was done knowing that in the morning, is going to be chilly again. You know, it's just that time of year, and so when you just don't know what to wear, and so I thought, well, I'll lay these fuzzy breeches here next to the bed on the floor, and that way in the morning, whenever I wake up and I'm cold, I can put them fuzzy breeches on, and then I'll be all right. And so that's what I did, and I went back to sleep, and I slept pretty good, and then that alarm went off, and I was right. Sure enough, it's colder than a whiz. And so I got to feeling around for my fuzzy breeches, and I got them, and I put them on, and then I got up and went about my morning routine. The first thing I usually do is I go to the Frigidaire, and I get me a Dr. Pepper, and I pop that top and take a great big old swig of it, because I get the dry mouth so bad. I got that sleep apnea, and sometimes I wear that mask on my face, and sometimes I don't. But anyway, I took a big swig of that Dr. Pepper, and then I went about my morning routine, and I went and I got some clothes out of the washer and put them in the dryer. Got the little dog, and took him out, and let him do his business, and then we come back in. Skeeter and me, that's the dog, and so and I'm going to get his treat, you know, for doing his business outside, and so I'm I'm getting ready to get his treat, and I hear this noise, bleep, and so I look down, and I see something on the floor, and I can't hardly make out what it is, and so then I look up at the ceiling, you know, see if the plasters are falling or something, and everything looks as it should, and so I just thought, well, that's strange, but then I just was going to go on about my business, and give the dog his treat because he was wanting it, and so then I'm getting ready to get in that bag to get him his treat, and then I hear that noise again, and I look down, and what do I see? Nothing but a macaroni staring back at me, and so I think that's very odd. Why is there macaroni? And so then my mind goes back to last night, and we had macaroni maters for supper, and I've got them two small children, and Lord have mercy, I don't even know what to say about them children of mine, but Lord have mercy. And so I thought them children, them youngins, has thrown macaronis up at the ceiling, and they're a falling down. That's what's going on, and so then I'm looking up at the ceiling, and I don't see me nothing. Yeah, I mean, it's clean as a whistle, white as ye bride's wedding dress on her wedding day, and so then I'm just standing there puzzling, trying to figure it out, and then I hear that noise again, bleep, and so I look down, and if it ain't another macaroni, and I'm thinking there has got to be a logical explanation for this. And so then I'm standing there, I'm trying to come up with something, and then I think there's somebody in here with me. There is an intruder, and they're on the other side of this kitchen island, and they're throwing macaroni. But I don't want them to know that I'm on to them. So then I kindly slink over, trying to be nonchalant, and then I poke around the corner. There ain't a soul there. Not a soul. I'm done knowing there's going to be, but they ain't. Not a soul. And so then I walk back around to where the macaronis were in the floor, and I look down. I'm just trying to figure out what on earth is going on. And then I hear it again. Bleep. And I look down. And there's another. And I'm done thinking that the crazy has done caught up with me. I've got crazy on both sides of the gene pool. And I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to do my job. I can't go to work today. I cannot be a teacher and be saying things that don't exist. I cannot be a teacher and saying it rained macaroni from the ceiling and when there ain't no macaroni there. And I've done decided that that's the only logical explanation, is that I have lost my mind. And then just before I'm about to go in to tell my wife that I've completely lost it. I think so that all this is just a figment of my imagination, and I wonder if you're crazy, if you're seeing a figment, if you touch it, if you can touch it. And so then I've been down in the floor, and I pick up that macaroni, and I'm holding it in my hand, and I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking I am crazier than a run over dog. And then I hear that noise again, and I'm just about to go and tell my wife, I don't know what's going on. I'm seeing macaroni. I need to go to the hospital. I can't be a teacher anymore because I've lost my mind. And then when I hear that noise, I whirl around, real sharp, and I catch in my peripheral vision a glimpse of something on my hind end. And so then I turn around and I get a good look at it, and my whole back of my hind end now is covered. I mean, it's teeming with macaroni. And so then I'm trying in my mind to figure out how that macaroni got on the back of my breeches, and then I recalled that we'd had the macaroni for the macaroni maters for supper, and my little girl Ava Lee, she makes the mess, and even though we don't let that little dog have scraps, we just feed him the dog food. We use the old Roy, but we do let him clean up the floor from the youngins, because we figure that's fair game. It just keeps us from having to do it. So what had happened was that dog had to eat that youngin's macaroni she'd dropped, and it made him sick, and he had vomited all over the back of my fuzzy breeches. And so I'd been walking around all morning dropping the vomited macaronis into the floor off of the back of my breeches, and I'd even picked one up and held it in my hand. It's a wonder I didn't take a bite of it. And I thought to myself, I'm going to kill that dog.